Thank you, Mr. President. I wasn't planning on standing up and speaking for a second. Senator from Putnam, go ahead and pull that clip off and hand it to me here for just a moment. That's okay. I'm going to borrow your phone for a second. Hey, I've listened to a lot here this morning, and I want everybody to witness something here, especially the pages and all, and the conversation that's been taking place on this. Right now in West Virginia, for a long time, you could carry a gun. It's called open carry. Imagine a cell phone being an open carry. What we're passing here today is a piece of legislation that allows you to do this. You're a law-abiding citizen in the state of West Virginia, you can do this. You've always been able to do that. The very people that cannot carry a weapon, that are felons, have restraining orders and all the other associated things that go along with it, they can't do what I'm doing right here with a weapon. Nor can they do this. This law doesn't change any of that. The police chief up in Detroit, we've heard a lot of chatter and noise about Detroit. I witnessed over this weekend where he's actually called on the citizens to be carrying guns. There's one thing for certain, and that is where there are gun-free zones, there are more gun violence. In the cities that choose to make it so that you can't have guns, and the more laws that they've got, the more gun violence there is, Mr. President. So I listen to all this chatter in here, especially about common sense. And the fact of the matter is, common sense dictates that when you see it taking place throughout this country, the gun violence, and you can relate it to where there are all these gun laws that prevents the citizens from doing what? Exercising their Second Amendment right. And in the Second Amendment, it says, shall not be infringed. Now, I don't claim to be the smartest guy in the world, but I do know what that means. I absolutely know what that means. Now, let's get to another point on this issue. Law enforcement. I support law enforcement. I think we all do. They're important to our society. They're important to enforcing the laws. But one of the things that they don't do well, and it's because it's impossible because of the common sense of it, is that they cannot follow us around and protect us. And that's incumbent upon ourselves, whether we choose to have it open carry, concealed carry with a permit, and if we pass this legislation, the opportunity for those to do it without permit, exercising their constitutional rights. In other words, what I'm getting at is I'll take this any day, because law enforcement, when you get into a situation like that, unbeknownst to yourself, they show up in time, put down the chalk marks in the body bag. And that's frankly just a little bit too late for me and the average citizen in West Virginia. I want to at least have a fighting chance to protect myself and my family and even my friends if something would go wrong somewhere. And never will I pull that weapon out unless I was threatened in some way. Make no mistake about it, the NRA supports this legislation. West Virginia Citizens Defense League supports this legislation. And both of them support law enforcement, but above all else, they support the Constitution. I think I've made all the points I need, Mr. President. Thank you very much.